In this video, let us study about the conjugate symmetric and asymmetric signals. So we are all aware of even and odd signals, right? I had explained you in one of my videos about the even and odd signals. So even signals means I can call a signal, a real signal x of t as an even signal that when it satisfies this condition. Similarly, x of t it is odd signal if x of minus t is equal to minus x of t. So these are the conditions for the signal to be even and odd. Likewise, now we have to see this, what is this conjugate symmetric and asymmetric signals. Similarly, if a signal x of t is a real signal, I can consider two parts of this signal, that is xe of t plus xo of t. Means, okay, it has an even part and also the odd part. The signal has even part and the odd part. Likewise, if I consider x of t as a complex signal, okay, complex signal, so it has two parts. So x of t is equal to x conjugate symmetric part and another one is conjugate asymmetric part. Okay, this is when x of t is complex. So similarly like this, right? Xc of t plus xo of t, xcs of t, xcas of t. Okay, so now let me consider, first one is conjugate symmetric. Okay, conjugate symmetric. A signal x of t, it is said to be a conjugate symmetric signal if it satisfies this condition. Okay, and it is conjugate asymmetric if it satisfies this condition. Okay, this is conjugate symmetric, this is conjugate asymmetric condition. Now let us see, okay, with the examples. So I will consider a signal x of t, okay, that is e to the power of jt. Now if I substitute, that is if I take the time reversal property of this particular signal, this will become e to the power of minus jt. Now if I take conjugate of this, then it becomes, what is that? It becomes e to the power jt. That is nothing but it is equal to x of t. X conjugate of minus t is equal to x of t. So I can say that x of t is conjugate symmetric signal. Conjugate symmetric signal. You know, e to the power of j theta is cos theta plus j sin theta. Similarly, now what I will do, I will consider e to the power jt as cos t plus j sin t. So x of minus t, that means cos of minus t plus j sin of minus t. Okay, so cos of minus t is nothing but it is cos t, and this is minus, so minus j sin t. So this is x of minus t. Now if I take conjugate of this, x conjugate of minus t, that becomes, what is this, cos t. If it is conjugate, that means minus, it becomes plus here, plus j sin t. So this is nothing but e to the power of jt, that is equal to x of t. So this is another method of proving whether the x of t signal is a conjugate symmetric signal or conjugate asymmetric signal. So from both the methods, I came to a conclusion that x of t is a conjugate symmetric signal. Okay, and another thing you can notice here, see here, this part it is even, cos t is an even signal, right, and sin t is an odd signal. So this is odd and this is even. So for the signal to be a conjugate symmetric signal, your real part should be even and imaginary part should be odd. Okay, if the real part is, if real part of x of t is even, imaginary part of x of t is odd, then I can call this signal as conjugate symmetric signal. Okay, so let us take another example and see. So here only I will take j e to the power of jt. Okay, j e to the power of jt. So what it becomes? Minus j to the power of jt. So this is nothing but minus x of t. Why? J e to the power of jt. See here, x of minus t means it is only affecting the t. It doesn't affect this j part. So x conjugate means you know that j, it becomes minus j and here it becomes plus j. So e to the power of jt, j, this is x of t, but you have a negative sign. So I will write minus x of t. So if x conjugate of minus t is equal to minus x of t, that becomes conjugate asymmetric signal. So we can say x of t is conjugate asymmetric signal. Okay. So from this also I can t is equal to j e to the power of jt. So I can write this as j cos t plus j sin t. X of minus t is equal to j cos t minus j sin t. Now if I take conjugate of this, minus j cos t plus j sin t. So this is minus as it is. This becomes x of t. So this is conjugate of minus t. So x conjugate of minus t is equal to minus x of t. So I can say that x of t is the conjugate asymmetric signal. Now from this I can tell, here see j cos t plus j sin t. What I can write this as minus sin t plus j cos t, right? So this is the odd signal, this is the even signal. Cos t is even signal. So if the real part is odd, imaginary part is even, then we can say the signal is conjugate asymmetric signal. Okay, so we have two conclusions now. X of t complex signal if real part is even, imaginary part is odd, then we have conjugate symmetric signal. If xr of t is odd, if xi of t is even, then it is conjugate asymmetric signal. Conjugate asymmetric signal. Okay, so these are the important conclusions. Now I will give you another example. X of t is equal to t square plus j sin t. Okay, so t square plus j sin t. See, x of minus t is equal to minus t whole square, that will be t square itself. Here sin of minus t is minus sin t, so minus j sin t. What is the conjugate of this? That is equal to t square plus j sin t, which is equal to x of t. So this concludes that x of t is conjugate symmetric signal. Okay, it is conjugate symmetric signal. So you can see this t square is even, sin t is odd. So even odd, the conjugate symmetric signal. Similarly, I will give you another example. X of t is equal to t cube plus j cos t. Okay, so now here x of minus t, that is equal to minus t cube plus j of cos of minus t is cos t. So I'll write as it is. So now we can take x conjugate of minus t. I'll take the conjugate now. Minus t cube minus j cos t. Okay, so minus of t cube plus j cos t, which is equal to minus x of t. So this concludes that x of t is conjugate asymmetric signal. Okay, see here, this is odd part, this is even part. See, xr of t is odd, xi of t is even. That means x of t is conjugate asymmetric signal. So just by seeing the signals, we can conclude whether that signal is a conjugate symmetric signal or it's a conjugate asymmetric signal. Okay. Now suppose the odd part is 0. Okay, odd part is 0. That is x of t, or imaginary part is 0 now. I have only this part, only real part. And if this is an even signal, then x of t will be conjugate symmetric signal. Okay, for example, x of t is equal to cos t. This is actually an even signal, right? X of t is cos t, that is even signal. Now, if I take x of minus t, that you know cos t only. So that's why it is called as an even signal. So now if I take conjugate also, it will be the same thing. So x conjugate of minus t is equal to x of t, which means it's a conjugate symmetric signal. So that means if x of t is conjugate symmetric and the imaginary part is 0, that means x of t is an even signal. Okay, so if x of t is even signal, okay, then that x conjugate of minus t will be equal to x of t. That means x of t is the conjugate symmetric signal. Suppose I have odd part now, x of t is equal to sin t, but I don't have any imaginary part, only the real part, and that too it is an odd signal. So x of minus t is equal to minus sin t. So that's why sin t is an odd signal. You know that. Now x conjugate of minus t, that is also minus t, that is equal to minus of x of t. So this is a conjugate asymmetric signal. So if imaginary part is 0 and if you have an odd signal, that means the signal is conjugate asymmetric signal. Okay, here it is conjugate symmetric signal. Remember, here the imaginary part is equal to 0. Okay, so now for the signal x of t, I can find it out. X of t, we know conjugate symmetric part and conjugate of asymmetric part. Now we can find this parts separately as we were finding the even part and the odd part of the signal. This was x of t plus x of minus t divided by 2. This was x of t minus x of minus t. This got divided by 2. So this was the odd part of the signal. This was the even part of the signal. Likewise, we can also find the conjugate symmetric part and the conjugate asymmetric part. Okay, so x of minus t is x conjugate of this minus t plus x conjugate symmetric, conjugate asymmetric minus t. Now, okay, x conjugate of minus t, this is a real part, conjugate asymmetric. Now what happens is, this is xes of t minus xes of t. Okay, this is odd, right? Now it is x of minus t plus x conjugate of minus t. It is equal to 2xcs of t. So x conjugate of symmetric of t is equal to x of t plus x conjugate of minus t by 2. This one. Okay, minus 2. Similarly, x conjugate, that is asymmetric part, is equal to x of t minus x conjugate of minus t divided by 2. Okay, so this is the conjugate asymmetric part and this is the conjugate symmetric part. We will be seeing this in the Fourier transform, like if the signal is real and if the signal is real and even, if the signal is real and odd, then what will be the Fourier transform of that, whether it is a conjugate symmetric, what happens to the real part, what happens to the imaginary part. Okay, so these are the points to be remembered in the conjugate symmetric and asymmetric signals. Suppose I will give you a signal x of t. So this is even signal, right? This is the even signal. This is odd signal. Now suppose I have this signal x of t which has real part and the imaginary part. Real part is nothing but it is x of t minus x of minus t. Okay, I will consider this as y of t. This as h of t, let us consider. and here it is y of t plus y of minus t. So what will be the signal x of t? See, h of t is even signal. So even signal means x of t will be equal to this one. This odd part will be equal to 0. Right? Odd part will be equal to 0. Odd part is, see, h of t minus h of minus t. So this will give you either an odd signal or it can give you a 0. Okay. So here in this case, if I take h of minus t, that will be the same as h of t. So if I subtract that 2, I will be getting 0. So the real part will be equal to 0. But here you can see y of t is odd signal. Odd signal means the even part is equal to 0. So this will be the even part of the signal, right? Y of t plus y of minus t by 2, that equal to ye of t. So this comes this side. So 2 ye of t. So what is the even part of the signal? That is equal to 0. Again 0. So this is 0 plus 0j. So there is no signal at all, right? So here also we can apply the same thing. This is an even signal. H of t is even signal. Now h of t has two parts. If we consider h of t plus h of t. Okay. Now to find h of t minus h of minus t by 2. That is h of t. Okay, so this is nothing but it is equal to 2h of t. But this doesn't have odd part, so this becomes 0. Okay, that's why I have substituted 0 here. 0 plus 0j. Okay, so x of t, it will be 0 plus j is 0. So x of t is 0. Okay. This is how we will be finding the conjugate symmetric and the asymmetric part. Similarly, for the discrete time signals also, x of n is equal to x conjugate symmetric plus x conjugate asymmetric part. And to find x conjugate of conjugate symmetric, that is the same procedure, x of n plus x of conjugate of minus n divided by 2. And if it is conjugate asymmetric, then it is x of n minus x conjugate of minus n divided by 2. Okay, so this is conjugate symmetric part, this is the conjugate asymmetric part. Suppose I have a sequence here, x of n, that is equal to 2 plus 3j, 2, and I have 1 minus 3j. Okay, and here this is a 0. So it is 0, this is minus 1, this is minus 2. So what is x of minus n? This is reversal. So keeping this as it is, what I will do, I will take this that side to get the reversal. Okay, 2 plus 3j. Now x conjugate of minus n, that is equal to 1 plus 3j, and here it is 2 minus 3j. Okay, if they ask you to find the conjugate symmetric part of this particular signal, what I have to do? I have to add these two signals, right? X of n, x conjugate of minus n divided by 2. That will give you conjugate symmetric of n. So now 2 plus 3j plus 1 plus 3j. So 3 plus 6j, 3 plus 6j divided by 2. This is 2 plus 2, 4 divided by 2. This is 1 plus 2, 3, minus 3j minus 3j minus 6j divided by 2. Okay, so this will be your conjugate symmetric part. Likewise, if you have to find the conjugate asymmetric part, this is x of n minus x conjugate of minus n divided by 2. Okay, so 2 minus 1 is 1, 3j minus 3j is 0. So 1 divided by 2. 2 minus 2, it is 0. 1 minus 2, it is minus 1. Minus 3j plus 3j, that is equal to 0. So 1 minus 2 is minus 1. So minus 1 by 2. So this will be the conjugate asymmetric part of the signal. Okay, x of n. This is how we will calculate the symmetric conjugate symmetric part, conjugate asymmetric part of a particular signal. This is the discrete time. Okay, this is for the discrete time. So just make sure like where is your n is equal to 0. Where there is arrow mark in that particular sequence, where there is arrow mark, that will be your x of 0. Okay, this is your x of 0. And here it will be x of minus 1. This will be x of plus 1. Okay, so this is how we will be writing the sequences.